In Nepal, there is a particularly prevalent practice. It is believed to be the incarnation of Taliju, a manifestation of the goddess Durga. Kumari is the tradition of worshipping young prepubescent girls as manifestations of the divine female energy or Devi. The word Kumari is derived from Sanskrit, meaning unmarried girl or virgin. The worship of the goddess in a young girl represents the worship of divine consciousness spread all over the creation.
Central to the festival of Indra Jatra is the arrival of the Kumari, the living goddess. Selected between the age of 4 and 5, her body must be flawless, and she must show no fear when confronted with terrifying demons. If her horoscope is in harmony with the king, she will live in a special house until she reaches womanhood. She may only leave for religious festivals, and then her feet must never touch the ground.
The royal Kumari of Kathmandu lives in the Kumari Gar, a palace in the center of the city. Selecting Kumari is intense. The selection process is almost identical to selecting Dalai Lama or Panchen Lama of Tibet. 5 senior Buddhist Vajracharya priests conduct the selection process, including the chief priest of Taliju Bhawani, the caretaker of Kumari house and head astrologer. They check on the various aspects of a child before declaring her a new living goddess. First, she must come from a Shakya family. However, other Kumaris in the valley, except for the royal Kumari, may also include a girl from the Vajracharya family. The members, including all 3 generations of her, should be within the same caste as well. Other basic requirements include sound health, uncut and blemish body skin. She shouldn't have shed a single drop of blood prior. Also, she must lose none of her teeth. Once she meets the basics requirements, the priests examine her to match Bhaddhis Lakshanas. Bhaddhis Lakshana are 32 perfections of goddesses in the Hindu religion. Some perfections are from her physical appearances, which include chest like lions, thighs like deer, and the eyelashes like a cow. Further, they look at her horoscope to make it complementary to that of the king's or president's horoscope. If she meets every quality, they take her to another test. In this, she has to walk through a courtyard filled with beheaded animals and dancing masked men. She should cross the courtyard without being afraid. Here, if she looks scared, she is disqualified. The next is she should spend a night alone in a room with the ritually slaughtered goats and buffaloes. But some believe that being kept in a room of slaughtered animals and should be able to walk through the beheaded animals is not 100% true, because nobody actually knows what happens inside the room. Also, the Kumaris themselves are too small to remember her selection process. The room part is hidden and only the priests know about it. However, many believe that she is the embodiment of blood-loving Durga, so she is only shown some animal blood by the masked men to check how she reacts. Finally, completing all of her previous tasks, which also includes staying in that hidden room, she is now asked to pick up the belongings of the previous goddess. If she picks them correctly among other goods, she is a new living goddess of Nepal. The selection process of the new living deity should be completed before late October. After being selected, she is sanctified and the priests perform various tantric rituals to cleanse her body from impurities and blemishes. Then, the goddess Taliju is believed to enter her. They now present the girl as the goddess Kumari and shift her to Kumari Gar. Only the royal Kumari is shifted to Durbar Square, while others living in the valley live at their own home following some sort of rituals. They remain the living goddess for the duration of their divinity, which is until they bleed. Bleeding is the commencement of the first menstrual cycle. After the first menstruation, the selectors select a new living female deity based on the above prerequisites. Sometimes they also lose the title when they suffer a cut and lose blood. The power of the Kumari is perceived to be so strong that even a glimpse of her is believed to bring good fortune. Crowds of people wait below the Kumari's window in the Kumari Chowk or courtyard of her palace, hoping that she will pass by the latticed windows on the 3rd floor and glance down at them. Even though her irregular appearances last only a few seconds, the atmosphere in the courtyard is charged with devotion and awe when they do occur. Many people attend to the Kumari's needs. These people are known as the Kumarini and are headed by the patron. Their job is very difficult. They must attend to the Kumari's every need and desire, while giving her instruction in her ceremonial duties. While they cannot directly order her to do anything, they must guide her through her life. They are responsible for bathing her, dressing her and attending to her makeup, as well as preparing her for her visitors and for ceremonial occasions. Traditionally, the Kumari received no education, as she was widely considered to be omniscient. However, modernization has made it necessary for her to have an education once she re-enters mortal life. Kumaris are now allowed to attend public schools, and have a life inside the classroom, that is no different from that of other students. Many Kumaris, such as the Kumari of Bhaktapur, attend school, while others, such as the main Kumari in Kathmandu, receive their education through private tutors. Similarly, her limited playmates must learn to respect her. Since her every wish must be granted, they must learn to surrender to her, whatever they have that she may want, and to defer to her wishes in what games to play, or activities to play. The life of Kumari is not as simple as other ordinary kids. She is respected by everyone as a crowd in her courtyard in order to take the blessing from her. Basically, she appears in the morning and evening at the middle window of Kumari Gar. In the past, even the king used to visit her to touch her feet to receive blessings. People believe that touching her feet will bring good times. Still, when she is out for a while, there will be an immense crowd of people willing to touch her feet. During the time living as deities, Kumaris from Kathmandu, Bhaktapur, Lalitpur, and Nuwakot receive some money monthly from the government. Further, they also get a small amount as pension, after losing the title of the living deity.